guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are doing a Will I Buy It? My last Will I Buy It post right here, and I haven't looked at it again, but there were several things I said, yeah, I don't think so, and I think I kind of stayed true to it. I might do a video buying things that I didn't get when they first came out, because I kind of regret not checking them out. But right now, we're going to take a look at things that are coming out, and will I buy them? And I guess I also want to say one more thing. I am so sorry. I recently posted a video about this concealer, and I hope that I was able to convey to you that this is great on the skin, not just under the eyes, but on the skin, because it's not heavy like so many concealers can be. And today I mixed this with my Suqqu, because my Suqqu a bit too light, and I'm wearing a light sunscreen today, and I look pretty ghastly, and I had dotted this on, and I thought, oh, let's put this on. And then I just mixed it all together on my face with a brush. I'm really glad that I got this, even though I prefer under my eyes the Tom Ford. For me personally, I think there's so many uses for this. I'm just really glad that I got that. And I also used this as my concealer the other day. It was raining, it was dark, I had to go to the market, and I'm gotten to that point where I'm not comfortable just going out naked faced. I just need to do something. Put on my sunscreen, and then I did ... and I just did it with my fingers. It's a great color for me, and it looked fabulous. So this to me is, I think, what the Dior concealer is to so many people, but the Dior concealer, I used it a couple of times. The color was a little off for me, and I never went back to it. I'm sure it's great, but I'm in love with this one. All right, I'm going to put on my glasses, scooch up my computer, and we are going to have a chit-chat. First of all, Rare Beauty is coming out with a couple of things. It looks like 3 new shades in their bronzer sticks, which I've never tried because the shade that looked good for me always sold out. New colors in the blush. Now, I have gone through her blushes and tossed most of them except for a couple of colors that were unique to me or I really liked. It's a very difficult formula to use. It's just too much. It's too much. These colors look pretty, and if you actually enjoy this and you don't have a problem with the application, I would consider getting those colors. But for me, colors yes, application no. I may change my mind if I see it in person somewhere, but for me I'm thinking no. And the bronzer stick, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking why. I feel like I really enjoyed this one from Merit Beauty. It's quite sheer, and maybe I'll feel different in the summertime. As far as the eyeshadow palettes, it looks like there are 3 palettes coming out. I have never tried hers because the first couple of ones look very chunky metallic and glitters, and no thank you. This one looks like it's just chunk in the middle and everything else are different. I can't see it very well. A couple of color stories, and yet my heart is not going pitter-pat. So for me, it's going to be a pass on all of it. It's all about, really, a combination of what you want and what I want. I want my glasses to be clean. That is not the case. Sept is coming out with a foundation. 36 shades, medium buildable coverage. I am interested in this. I'm curious to see what Sept would come out with. I do have a couple of their foundation / sunscreen products, and I don't care for them. But I also have that, I don't want to reach for it because it's behind my computer, but that dewy stuff that you can put on underneath, and I really like that product. I think it's unique and unusual and subtle. So I am kind of curious, fingers crossed. 36 shades, yes, but in my range, they might not be getting me. So I don't know what is going on here. Is this Too Faced or Tarte? I can't tell, and I didn't write it down. But another glow wand. So Charlotte Tilbury's glow wand came out, years ago, and I think e.l.f. just came out with a dupe. There's a drugstore dupe going around, and then I saw another brand doing it, and I can't see, I didn't make that note if this is Tarte or if it's Too Faced, but I think you're a little late to the game, and I don't see a reason to go there. My very favorite color of, not hers, of all time, as far as highlights go, is the Spotlight. It's the very first one she had. That could be close to Pearl Glow here. But for me, no, I don't need to do that. It's probably a few dollars less than hers, but there's also now drugstore to go. It just seems like unusual product development. So here we have something that kind of scares me. It's a lip liner that is plumping. Boy, that scares me. Absolutely not. Because plumping usually means there's a mint in there, a peppermint or cinnamon or who knows what, and I just cannot imagine. It's bad enough in a lip gloss, but if it's on something that is made to adhere to your lips like a lip liner, yikes, no, not interested. So far, I'm saving you money. Pat McGrath is coming out with some lipsticks, and I might do that. I do like her matte lipsticks. They're pretty comfortable for mattes, but it feels like this is such a difficult brand for me because I never know if something's a rebrand or new. And of course, she's going to push you. When I say she, I'm sure she's not that involved. They are going to push you to buy something. So they're kind of making you think it's a new color, and unless you know, you're a diehard fan and you know all the colors, you don't know. Is this a new color that's just has different packaging? Same thing. These new colors or not. In the pink, it looks quite nude, which is difficult for me, so I, again, would have to wait till it's in store. And then the one in the middle, okay, maybe. And then the ones on top, pinky mauve, kind of tired of that. A brownie mauve, no. And then a red, and then I don't know what the other one is right before the red. Red, pink. I don't know. It's possible. It's a little bit compelling. I think it's a new formula. I believe these are satins. So maybe. Cali Ray is coming out with a face palette. So first of all, I hate it when people call California Cali. Nobody does that. This is a marketing thing. People on the East Coast call it Cali, and it's like, we don't call ourselves Cali. Someone once called me a Cali girl. Lives on the East Coast. I'm like, please stop. Don't even. That's just my talking on the side. This packaging, I really like this wood. This is so 1970s California. It kind of is reminiscent of surfboard. It's kind of reminiscent of paneling that were in houses in Malibu at that time before you paid, $7,000 for 500 square feet. $7 million for 5,000 square feet, which is kind of what Malibu is now. But back in the day, it was, it was a little funky. And that's what this reminds me of. The colors themselves, really neutral, easy kind of natural look, but I cannot bear what they've done with the inserts. All I think of is, how am I going to get my brush into that? I don't like those half inserts at all. I think they're super difficult. Now on the one hand, at least she has them a little bit further away from each other, so if you put your brush in, it's not going to get in the other color. But it's just no. And there's something wrong with the symmetry here in a very, very big way. It makes me a little nuts. So for me, that's a pass. But I will say that the colors look very neutral. If you like a natural look, and if you have a good selection of brushes, you can use like a big eyeshadow brush for your highlighter, for everything. Something to consider. Too Faced is coming out with a foundation. This looks a lot like the MAC Face and Body Bottle, and it looks a lot like the Dior Face and Body Bottle, so I'm imagining that's what they want you to think. They are saying that it's long wear, but they're not saying it's transfer proof, which those are. For me, I won't be doing this because Too Faced does not do a color for me. It's just that simple. You guys, expand your color range, and I'll start mine. Don't. I'm tired with this. I'm tired of this. And yeah, I did use their Born This Way foundation when it first came out. It was when I was just getting back into makeup, and I felt very self-conscious when I wore it. It wasn't a good color, and I'm not going there again. Hourglass. So I just did, and I am wearing right now, the Victoria Beckham. I'm wearing caramel. And I really love these. Hourglass is coming out with some, the Victoria Beckham dry completely. So unlike the Laura Mercier and the Bobbi Brown, some of them, it depends on the colors, they don't feel like they dry. And when you're hooded, you blink, your eyes pull a little bit because it's hanging on. It's not very comfortable. It's a little irritating. It doesn't hurt or anything, but it's just annoying. The Victoria Beckhams don't do that. Hourglass is coming out with some, and I have to tell you, you guys, I love these colors. And it looks like they're not metallics. I might get one of these or two of these just, you know, for the sake of both of us. Okay, I think these are called lip shines. I'm not entirely sure. I love the components. I do. I would love the pink one and maybe the dark pink one. I got one several months ago that has the flowers on it, and I love it. Here's the problem for me. I don't really love the shades. So when I got that one, I just got a nude color. And, you know, it's okay, but I'm very weird with products like this. You make it in the color that I'm all about. Aren't we all the same? And yes, thank you very much. Like today I'm wearing the Sicily Twist Stick. Just a beautiful, perfect kind of color. And I need Dior to do something like that. Another Guerlain. They are doing highlighters, and they have pictures of these two models, which we can assume means each model represents a different color. Except one of the models, the darker model, looks like she's been shot with a filter, because I don't know anybody who has that color skin. Like her entire face looks like it was shot during the golden hour when the sun is coming down. So it's very hard to tell. I mean, this lighter woman, that color would work for me. But when I look at the two colors they're presenting to us, I'm a little bit confused. One of them is a golden, but to me, the first one looks more golden, and the second one looks a little more rose gold. What is on that blonde woman? I have no idea. And it's a concern for me because Guerlain, especially the terracotta line, tends to run very warm. So I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that. Dominique Cosmetics, I think this is out already. And, you know, the only reason I didn't get it, because initially I was interested in this. And then I thought, gosh, it reminds me a lot of the Pat McGrath that I just bought. The Pat McGrath has 6 shades, and this has, 10 shades? And it looks like it is the same thing, where that you can do something cool, you can do something warm, but I don't need a black. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I can happily skip this, and nothing is going to, you know, befall me. My life will not end if I don't get this. This one from Huda Beauty, I'm kind of thinking of doing, honestly, just for you guys. It reads cool, and the question that I have in my mind is, does it read too cool? Because some cooler palettes I put on and it's just death warmed over, and some cool palettes I put on and it's just perfection. So I'm kind of curious. They're $32. When these first came out, these Obsession palettes, they were $20, and they were at the checkout line. And it's like, oh, wow, 9 shades. I like these colors. It's $20. Sure, easy to make that decision. Now, it's a little harder to make that decision. And also, you know, she's just been doing a lot of browns. I'm glad to see that she's realized, you know, some people prefer something cooler, but I don't know. Let me know, you guys. Always let me know down below what you want me to buy to review. Milk Makeup, the Sculpt Cream Contour Stick. I've already seen, actually, people talk about this, and the only note that I have is it looks really small. House Labs Blush, I've already seen people talk about this. The reason I didn't get any of these, I did see them in store, is colors were a little too bright. This Fenty Icon Velvet Liquid Lipstick, I tried this on in store, even though it says online only, it was in my store, and I was kind of shocked at how horrible it is. I think it's called Uncensored, the red for the first liquid lipstick, and I swatched both of these on my hand, and I thought the color's not too different, And I like a liquid kind of moussey matte, but this isn't that. It's not one of those dry moussey mattes. This is a mess. I put it on, I got in the car, and I was eating, putting stuff in my mouth, and I looked down, and I have lipstick all over my hands and my face. So not only am I not going to buy it, but I'm warning you. So Bobbi Brown is coming out with a powder foundation. As a 60-year-old person with dry skin, I just cannot think of anything more unappetizing than a powder foundation, so that will be a no. Peter Thomas Roth Firmex Instant No Filter Primer. I think I've already seen someone talk about this. Was it Angie? I have no interest in that. I don't really have texture, so no. Hermes, they have a $105 bronzer. If you guys want me to get a couple, let me know, but I don't think I need a $105 bronzer. Going, aha, the Sephora sales event is coming up. I will for sure be doing several videos, and we will talk about that. Then Dior is coming out with two, it looks like limited editions because of the embossing, eyeshadow palettes, and I'm a little bored. The one with the blue in it is a little bit more interesting, but right now I'm thinking, I don't know. Now some of these things I'm not sure if they'll be coming out in the United States, but Chanel LeBlanc is doing a compact, it looks like a powder compact, and a concealer in 5 shades, and I think it's for the Asian market. I mean, LeBlanc usually is, because the shades aren't that dark. So the question is, will they come to the United States? I'm not sure. Guerlain is doing an Ombre G eyeshadow palette for the summer, and I think this is called the Denim Collection. It has a kind of a Daisy May feel about it. And initially, that palette is very interesting to me. I love yellow, as you know, and I love yellow with blue, and I love yellow with lavender. So I'm thinking, okay, somebody understands color very well here. But when I see this other shot where there's light reflected on it, the blue is a shimmer, and it looks like it's more sparkly than the others. I am kind of interested. Let me know what your thoughts are. I think that could be a very fun, fresh palette. Oh, you know what I didn't get is the Clé de Peau Cushion Foundation, you guys. Let me know if you want me to get that and take a look at it. So Gucci is coming out with some eyeshadows, you guys. Did I rub it off? Let me talk. Let me talk about it while I am fixing my makeup, because I got a little rub off here. Gucci's coming out with quads, and I was thinking, I don't know. And then I remembered their big palettes, which I don't think anybody said these are great palettes and these are great formulas. I don't remember those being loved. And I do remember looking at them thinking, I do not understand the color story here. It didn't make any sense. It seems so incredibly random. These don't look as random. Maybe whoever's creating them is better with smaller batches of colors. But let me know if you want me to buy 1 or 2 of these to give you the A-OK, things are better. But remember, I don't have reference. I didn't try the earlier ones because, gosh, the packaging looked clunky and it was just problematic from start to finish, and I managed to stay far away from that one. So it's up to you if I get this one. Do let me know down below. You guys, O for O. I mean, I don't think there's anything where I said, yes, I have to get it. So yeah, it's... Hi, sweetheart. Do you want to come up here and say hi to people? Come here. I'm of the belief that beagles just do not like being picked up. But this is my Gracious. Hi. Yeah, she's like, what the hell, lady? Who's my good girl? Who's my good girl, Gracie? There's a mirror. Yeah, there's mommy in the mirror. I know. Oh, yeah. Let's do a little rub. You guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I really think I came away saying, not really, but I do want to hear from you. If there's anything that you want me to do, that's what I'm here for, reviewing things so you can save money. And Princess, you should see how she's holding on to my arm. She's like, don't drop me. Don't drop me, Mommy. I usually don't baby talk my dog. I mean, I do a little bit, but not too much. You were so photogenic, Grace. I should turn the other way if I had a good profile. We get a nice little mommy baby shot here. I'm going to keep her in my arms. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I hope you come back again. I hope you hit the thumbs up button. And until we meet again, oh my God, you weigh a lot. I'm wishing you good health.